So welcome to BWL Command. I really like the way this lift turned out too. You broke something.
Yeah, I had to click the window to get it back to
there we go.
In focus.
So again, if you're in the docks, this is where your tunnel comes out. So welcome to sub-level 1, the apartments. Each and every one of these apartments is the same layout. Took me forever. Would be a lot easier now.
Yeah. I think there are some minor differences, like the floor color.
Yeah, I tried to decorate them differently. I put different furniture in each one and different carpeting in each one. We're just going to show that by looking at number 1 and number 2. There's like, I don't remember how many of these. Yeah, there are several of these apartments. There's also a couple of other things I think we can access through the center here. Yeah, the common room. The nifty little room. Billiard table. Little bowling alley. With the ball return. Although I can't really bowl properly. Getting which one to push. There we go. Didn't make it to the end. Dispensers over here. Blue ice. Milk. Snacks. And cup of soup. There. And of course, this back door enters our storage room.
Which is massive.
There is a connection to the outside hall, but anything I thought I might need along the way, I stored in this. It is. It's a big, like 4-story storage facility. I'm not going to go all the way down because that would take a while. Actually, probably would have been better to go the other way, but see, here's the infirmary. Reception desk. Exam rooms. The exam rooms are basically the same. Scale. Of course, reception connects to a records room. And then we have some long-term treatment rooms. There's like 4 of these, I think. One of them's more or less the same, but with different decorations. Dr. Creed's office. This one people won't get the reference, but Dr. Creed is one of my characters, one of my comic characters. Here's our pharmacy. And Dr. Page's room. Dr. Page is another one of my comic characters. Boundless, actually. The bathing room, and now we have pistons. So now we have working showers. And drains.
Allow me to demonstrate?
I always put a drain in. Yeah, go ahead.
It's really good.
Yeah. And when you turn it off, there's little drops of water that periodically fall out anyway. I haven't even been looking at all of the ceiling work, but there's details put into the ceilings too. I tend to get a little carried away.
I hadn't noticed.
Alright, here we go. Computer lab and server room. I'm gonna go through the server room first. Once again, lots of circuits. Couple of empty slots. And some workstations.
Originally, I believe all of them had the covers.
Yeah.
But the redstone torches kept opening them.
And this is the computer lab. We like LANs and we like LAN gaming, so I have a very large lab in here. The nifty little LAN. And there's a bowl of soup in the floor.
It must be kept pretty cool in here. Because the floor is made of snow.
Snow, yeah. See, there's one other room to look at on this level, and I don't totally remember how to get to it.
It's over here.
The laboratory. Go through the airlock. This room was kind of a pain to build, but it ended up looking so nice. I originally planned, I think, 2 of these, one on this level, one on a lower level, and ultimately stopped. Got more of the circuitry going on. Take a look at my exam table. I just opened it again. One at a time. Let's see. Stairwell was kind of interesting to work out because I knew I wanted the lights to be in the walls, but I wasn't sure how to do that with a stairwell or how to make it look good. This was another one of my creations that I enjoy. This is for working with liquids. And the coolant, and of course a couple of what are supposed to be workstations. It was one where I used the snow blocks instead of keyboards, basically for monitoring stuff. I'm assuming that most of the stuff in the lab is touchscreen anyway. 2 records. There's actually, the reason you can hear a slime is there's a cave underneath us. A very large cave. Half of my glowstone I had to wall off down there because it was hanging out in the middle of the cave. Not glowstone, but redstone. All my wires were hanging down. Alright, now we should be ready to go down to the next level. Whoops, wrong way. You know, you've gotten carried away whenever you get lost in your own base.
I find it amusing because you get lost, but I don't, and I was barely involved in the construction of this at all. Granted, I did like run around in circles around the whole area while you were building it.
Yeah, this base goes all the way down to the bedrock. Got our briefing room. And if I had had it, there would have been something to descend from the ceiling. I would have liked to have had pistons so I could have it raise up out of the table and come down from the ceiling to create kind of a screen or something.
Look at the monitors, though. Not you specifically, the noble viewer. There's glowstone behind the paintings to make it glow.
Yeah. That was something I experimented with and I decided I liked.
Yeah, it has a really good effect.
You can kind of see the glowstone from this side. Just a little bit, a little sliver back there. Okay, we're into the, this level, by the way, is the barracks level, so this is the barracks showers. Once again, working shower. Anyway, here's the main barracks, and you can tell we've improved since the old fort before we had beds. Oh, there's a little slime.
Yeah.
No bagel. Fort columns were a question whenever I was developing this. Wanted them to look good. And had to work out where I wanted the extra width and that sort of thing. Almost would like the ceiling to be bigger here. A much smaller level. Here's the gym.
A lighting problem, I guess.
Yeah. Got plenty of workout equipment, including a tumbling mat, which is kind of weird to have in a military compound, but whatever. Speed bag, which I can't punch or I'll break it. Behind over here. Yeah, speed bag. There we go. Get her good going. Got our various weight equipment. And our locker room. With the attached and functioning showers. I built a lot of showers in my time. It's like I said, from now on I'm pretty much building a working shower because I have the option to do that. And they pull. And check out the ceiling.
Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty great ceiling, actually.
Little tunnel that leads us over to sort of the hidden relaxation chamber.
Which would probably not... I don't imagine that would get approved. But this is a...
Not in a
like
normal
Black Ops
base, but
military base.
it's my base. So I'm gonna build it the way I want it. Because I want to relax sometimes. There's even more in the ceiling on this one. Alright, and that takes us to the final sub-level. We go down to sub-level 3. Sub-level 3 is the actual command center. The actual heart of the base.
Wherein we play Donkey Kong, apparently. I mean, I would.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna call that canon.
Off-world addresses, Vega, Del Valle, and Autonovia. Current is BWL command, the IDC is 1128. We need to remember that so we don't get trapped the way that you and Wayne did.
Well, we would need to know that.
Yeah. We can't really use it. This is quite literally at the bedrock. Just built this on the bedrock. This is our main gate room.
Didn't you actually have to tunnel out some of the bedrock?
Yeah, to level it. Plenty of bows and arrows to equip anybody.
Originally, these stargates, teleportation rings,
that's the iris.
would work.
Big problem we have right now is that with the last update, the mod that we're using broke, and dialing out will actually crash the server.
So let's not do that.
So instead, we have to use a command code that only the admins have, and I'm not sure you may not have it either.
I may not. You could probably teleport me to you once you get there.
We're going to visit Vega first, because it's the easiest.
I think Vega is the one that Wayne and I got trapped on.
Yep, it is. Alright.
We were trapped there for ages because I couldn't remember the IDC, or whatever it's called.
And I ended up having to come through the gate to find you and figure out what was wrong with the gate and then travel back.
Somewhere around here in one of the walls is a sign that has the IDC on it.
That's a security breach.
Well, I needed to put it somewhere. I needed to remember that thing.
This world was not snowy originally. This was one that got hit by the day after tomorrow effect. As I remember, this sign used to be able to use this little arrow that y'all put down and actually follow it. And now it's hard to see from above.
It's a ways off.
I've actually never been to this part of the server.
It's a lot
I started to once and got about lost on the way, and the idea on all of these worlds, we didn't really build much.
Yeah, it was to facilitate building.
I see mushrooms. And a perimeter wall.
We didn't do much more than the wall. We did do some building on the inside. I don't think we did a whole lot. This and a mine. This was me experimenting with mycelium.
There's a music box, and the wall is nowhere near finished.
No. No, it's not.
There's a creeper. Take off and fly. Gonna get himself stuck there. Pretty deep. There's bedrock down here.
We didn't dig this. We blew it up. So yeah, that's pretty much everything of value on Vega, except for maybe some minor stuff in the houses, I don't know.
Alright, the next world that we're visiting is Delval Ray. Not much to see here beyond the difference in the gate support. A lot of different rock formations.
I'd like to see, with the other worlds in the next server, I'd like to see them use, you know, different world gen parameters, if that's at all possible. So you could have, like, extremely flat worlds.
There was an opportunity for people to come through and explore. These are going too. I'm going to completely redo everything. Basically going to completely restart our universe. Alright, one last world. This is Autonovia. This is the one that was frozen to begin with. A lot more flat than the others too. Basically open plain. I really like the way the ruins around the gate turned out though. Just the pillars being broken the way they are. And that's one of the nice things about the worlds is their time is kept separate from everything else, so it may be daylight over in the main world, Realm of the Nine Fires, and
so if you wanted to keep jumping back and forth, you might be able to completely avoid nighttime.
For anybody who wanted to RP, for anybody that wanted to explore, that opened up a whole new set of options. Alright, we'll go back to BWL Command.
You are listening to Free Music by Dano. Download free MP3s at danosongs.com.